Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today we are continuing our career and continuing our Jool Moons mission. And to do that we are going to launch 3 ships during one launch window to Jool, and we are going to deliver 3 power relay nodes to the orbit of Jool to make sure that it can supply power to all sides of the planet. So here is our first launch, and we're going to cut most of the transfer burn to make sure it doesn't take a whole lot of time. So here's our transfer burn complete. We are doing our course correction maneuver, and after we created the maneuver we are going to make an alarm, and then after we created an alarm, we're going to launch the second ship, do the same procedure, launch the third ship, and do the same thing. So let's see how it goes. So here is our second launch, exactly the same ship, exactly the same profile. So we're going to cut most of it, because we've seen this way too many times. So it's going in the orbit, and it's not there yet, but it will be there in a couple of seconds. And while we're doing this, I have an opportunity to talk a little bit about the channel and the future and all things related to that. First of all, a couple of days ago I said that there were 48 people who subscribed to my channel and decided that I'm doing something right. Well, this number has raised, and now there are already 50 people. Thank you very much to all who pressed the subscribe button, and to all who are watching this channel and thinking it is interesting. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. And I mean it, because really, what's the point of making videos if nobody's watching them? And the second thing is, as some of you might know, I actually found a new job a couple of weeks ago, and I have to move to another city next week. That means that I won't be able to do as many videos as often as I'd like, because I will be very busy on my new job and also settling down in a new city. I hope that I'll be able to continue doing one video every other day, but I can't make it as a promise. I will try to do it, but it might not work out that way as I wanted to. So I hope that won't prevent you from enjoying the content, and you'll still like my videos and you'll still watch them. And if you will watch them, you will press like buttons and will leave your comments about the videos in the appropriate section below the video itself. And that was the end of this little rant type thingy. We already launched all 3 vessels, and now we're going to do the mid-course corrections. So the first course correction is this 3rd relay. So let's just orient, time warp to the node, and execute the maneuver. It is approximately 100 meters per second, not too much, and we don't even need 4 times speed to accelerate it to bearable amount of time. So almost there, just need a tiny notch. Here it is. Let's make a maneuver, an alarm for SOI change. Let's switch to the second ship and continue the same procedure. So here we are, doing the mid-course correction for the relay number 2. Again, it is approximately 100 meters per second. and it gives us a periapsis of approximately 1000 kilometers above Jool. Again, creating alarm, changing to another ship, and time warping to the maneuver. Thanks to Kerbal alarm clock, we can do it very easily. So now let's execute this same maneuver. Almost there. And we're done. Almost done. Just a tiny bit. And we're done. Nice and smooth. Alright. Let's create another alarm. And let's see how it goes from now. The first relay arrives first. So let's try to circularize it around the Jool. Let's create an alarm, and it will happen after the second relay arrives to Jool. So let's switch to the second relay. Watch it arrival. Here we go. It is in the sphere of influence of Jool. Let's create maneuver node for that. Okay, something like that would be good. Let's create an alarm, and it will happen after the alarm for the first relay. So we have to do the first relay first, and unfortunately we were captured by one of Jool's moons, so we have to recreate our maneuver, because now we have higher periapsis, and all we have to do is burn retrograde for some time, which I cut out of the video, to make sure it doesn't take an awful lot of time. So now let's create a maneuver at our apoapsis, and let's really circularize around 11,000 meters. Approximately same orbit as our power station. It is not going to be perfect, but it is going to be somewhat similar. Alright, we've done that. Now let's orient to the power station and turn on the relay mode. We can switch to the second relay and complete the same procedure. So here we go. Our maneuver node is there, thanks to the Kerbal alarm clock. And unfortunately we dropped our periapsis a little bit lower than expected, so we'll have to do it in 2 burns. The first burn we will raise our periapsis to 11,000, then we will do the same on the apoapsis. And before that we've done a couple of orbits around the Jool to make sure that we are not getting in the same place as the first relay, because we want to cover as much of this space as possible, so we have to keep a little gap between relays. Ideally it should be approximately 90 degrees. But we are not in an ideal world, so we will have to do with this approximately, I don't know, 45 degrees? Maybe something less. And here is our last relay, which arrived approximately 100 days after first two, and it arrived with slight inclination, so we have to change that first, and then we will circularize it around the Jool the same way as we circularized another two. Okay, so here is our inclination change node. Good. Our capture node. Let's orient, time warp and burn. And now all we have to do is create a node on our apoapsis and circularize. That way we will end up with 3 relays in the approximately same orbit as the power station, and we will be able to relay power around the Jool system. As you can see, our nodes are already out of alignment, and I'll have to do a little bit of tweaking of their orbits to make sure that they are staying in the alignment and that we can use them when we need them. But that will happen between this episode and next one. So now, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, dislike and comment this video in the section below. My name is Darlock, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!